Today's conversation is one of the most important financial decisions we ever had because it challenged the belief that many professionals were trained to accept without question. You heard it before. Make decisions with logic, not emotion. Don't be too emotional with your money. Emotions cloud your judgment. And while that advice sounds responsible, it's incomplete. Because without emotion, how do you define what success looks like? Without emotion, how do you know what you're working towards? Without emotion, how do you decide why your money even matters? At Curious Finance, we believe something different. Emotion gives the dreams, logic builds the plan. Together, they create a financial worth living. That belief is the foundation of a framework we created called Informed Emotion. And today, for the very first time, we will explain to you it fully. Pure logic sounds disciplined, but pure logic by itself has no direction. Logic can calculate taxes. Logic can structure entity. Logic can project returns. But logic cannot tell you, why are you doing this? What kind of life are you protecting? What are you willing to sacrifice? And what are you not willing to sacrifice? This is what most financial planning quietly breaks down. People don't fail because they lack of information. They fail because the plan never connected to their emotional reality. I have a quick question for everyone who's watching. What drives your financial decisions more right now? Emotion, logic, or a mix of both? Comment your answer below. This helps YouTube shows this video to more people who needs this information. Let me show you what real science says about decision making. This is not just Chris finance philosophy. This is neuroscience, psychology, and behavioral research. According to neuroscientist Antonio Damasio studied patients with damaged emotional centers of the brain. This patient could process logic perfectly, but they could not make decisions. No priorities, no direction, no ability to choose. His conclusion was clear. Emotion is not optional. Emotion is required for making good decision making. Harvard Business Review. Harvard Business Review confirms that leadership who integrate emotion intelligence with emotional analysis make better long-term financial decisions, especially under pressure. Stanford Behavioral Economics found that when people connect money decisions to emotional goals like family security, freedom, or legacy, they stay committed far longer. Psychology today's goal formation. Goals built emotionally are 42% more likely to be achieved than goals formed by logic alone. That's the difference between a plan that exists and a plan that actually followed. If you're learning something new, hit that like button so YouTube channel shows this video to more business owners who are stuck in the logic mindset alone. Even at the biblical and the scripture teach you balance. Commit to the Lord whatever you do and he will establish your plan. Proverbs 16:3. Emotion is commitment. Logic is planning. By wisdom a house is built. Through understanding it is established. Proverbs 24:3 to 4. Wisdom is logic. Understanding is the structure. Knowledge is execution. Faith doesn't reject logic, and logic doesn't replace purpose. Emotion helps you feel your dream, logic helps you structure it. Emotion defines the dream, logic makes it possible. Emotion keeps you consistent, logic keeps you safe. When we help our clients use informed emotion properly, they not only plan better, they live better. And now that you understand why emotion and logic must work together, let me share how we define this here at Curious Finance and why this concept matters so much to your future you are building right now. Informed emotion means when logic and emotion finally work together, you created a financial plan that is stronger, clearer, and more powerful than everything you build by logic alone. Here at Curious Finance, we created a concept called informed emotion. Because we refuse to let your financial future be reduced to numbers on a spreadsheet. Why? Because the numbers only tell a part of the story. Emotion plays a major role in how people define their financial priorities, your retirement timeline, your lifestyle goals, your tolerance for risk, your desire to build generational wealth. Emotion is what identifies the purpose behind your money. Logic is what turns the purpose into actual financial result. Logic determines your tax strategy. Logic builds your entity structure. Logic protects your businesses. Logic grows your investment. Logic eliminates waste and increases cash flow. Logic turns your emotional goals into measurable financial outcomes. When emotion and logic comes together with clarity, that is informed emotion. And that combination is extremely powerful for doctors, dentists, veterinarians, construction company owners who are not just working for income. They building equity, they building wealth, they building long-term financial security. A business can survive on logic alone, but legacy, a financial strong, tax efficient, durable legacy can only be built when your emotion goals and financial strategy moves in the same direction. That alliance is the heart of informed emotion. It's what makes this framework transformable. Because when your emotion vision guides your direction and your financial strategy backs with your structure, tax advantage, and probability, you're not just planning for the future. You're engineering financial outcome that support the life you actually want. And this is why Curious Finance uses this framework to help you create a financial strategy you can not only understand, not only follow, but a strategy you can live, grow with, and benefit for decades to come. With informed emotion, you don't just plan for your future, you're planning a financial meaningful future you can fully live and confidently sustain. Now that you understand what informed emotion is, the next question becomes practical. How do you actually start applying this in your own financial life? This is not a theory. This is not something you can begin doing immediately. I want to walk you through 7 ways to start living and applying informed emotion in your financial planning. The first step is simple but often ignored. Know what you want, not what your colleague want, not what social media tells you is successful, not what a spreadsheet assume you should. What do you want? What do you want time? Do you want flexibility? Do you want slowdown? Do you want grow aggressively? Do you want peace of mind? Emotion clarifies desire. Logic cannot define desire, it can only support it. If you don't know what you want, any financial plan will feel confused or restricted. Informed emotion begins by honoring clarity, not assumptions. The second step is asking a deeper question. What is the purpose of your financial planning? It is retirement, it is legacy, it is security, it is freedom from stress, it is impact. Financial planning without purpose becomes mechanical. When planning has purpose, every strategy has direction. Purpose tells your money where to go. Logic figures out how to get it there. This is where emotional becomes an asset, not a liability. The third step is a personal ownership. Why does this matter to you that your financial planning includes both logic and emotion? Because your life is not generic. Your career is not generic. Your family is not generic. You are not building a plan for average results. You are building a plan for your life. Logic alone may build strategy, but emotion ensure you stay committed to it. When the market change, when life change, when the priority change, informed emotion is what keeps you grounded instead of reactive. The fourth step is critical. Not every financial company is built to support informed emotion. Some firms only focus on numbers, others focus only on motivation. You need a firm that respects structure and humanity, a firm that listens before recommending, a firm that understands your industry, a firm that coordinates strategy instead of fragmenting it. That is why Curious Finance exists as a virtual family office, not a product provider. Your plan deserves support, not pressure. This step is non-negotiable. When informed emotion, you must be included in the conversation. Your financial plan should never be built for you without being built with you. You are not a passive participant. You are not just approving paperwork. Your voice matter. Your values matter. Your concerns matter. Informed emotion only works when collaboration exists. This is one of the most important principles. You are the captain of the ship. Advisors are navigators. Consultants are guides. Expert provides insight, but you steer the direction. If you don't know where you're going, no strategy can survive. Inform emotion empower you to lead, not outsource responsibility. Hiring a financial consultant does not mean disengaging. Monitoring your consultant is not distrust, it's leadership. Are they explaining decision clearly? Are they revisiting goals as life change? Are they adjusting strategy when emotional or circumstances shift? A strong advisor welcomes oversight. A weak advisor avoids it. Informed emotions require ongoing communication, not blind delegation. When these seven steps work together, financial planning becomes something you can understand, follow, and trust. This is the power of informed emotion. If you want help combining your dreams and your data into a single powerful plan, reach out to Curious Finance. At Curious Finance, we don't erase your emotion, we elevate it. We don't replace your logic, we strengthen it. Your dream is emotional, your journey is logic, your future is both. If it's your right, use it. Pag karapatan mo, gamitin mo. Now let's see how this informed emotion apply to a real definition in your life in different industry that Curious Finance focus on. A dentist wants a meaningful retirement. A dentist told us, I want to retire at 60. Logic said, maybe. Emotion said, I'm exhausted and I want time with my family. Informed emotion allowed us to redesign the tax efficiency, reduce waste, and shift investment. Enable retirement 3 years earlier without sacrificing lifestyle. How about if a veterinarian wants to expand their business and their clinic? Emotion, serving more pets and supporting staff. Logic, financing, depreciation, and tax planning. Without emotion, expansion would be delayed. Without logic, it would be reckless. How about a construction company wants to protect their team? Emotion, loyalty to workers. Logic, buy and sell planning, key person in insurance, liability protection. The result, a business that survives long term and legacy protected. How about a physician who feels burned out in their industry? Emotion, exhaustion. Logic, income restructuring and tax optimization. Outcome, fewer hours and higher take home pay. A business can survive on logic alone, but legacy cannot. Legacy required alignment. That is why Curious Finance always operate as a virtual family office, coordinate taxes, legal, insurance, investment, and business advisory under one philosophy. With informed emotion, you don't just plan your future, you build a financial meaningful future you can live, grow with, and sustain. If this episode like this helps you plan smarter and live better, hit that subscribe button. We make content especially for doctors, dentists, veterinarians, and construction company owners. Subscribing tells YouTube to keep showing you high-level strategy that reduce taxes, protect assets, and grow wealth. If it's your right, use it. Pagkarapatan mo, gamitin mo. Hopefully you enjoy this topic and there's more to come for this kind of topic and more application of informed emotion in the next following episode of our company. Until next time, this is Ronald Flores from Curious Finance.